Hello everybody, Ron Bumblefoot here, and thank you all so much for checking out my Line6 Helix presets for my new album, Bumblefoot Returns. Yes, there are 14 songs. Some of them are very simple, just like 2 presets, and other ones are pretty out there, like the song Simon in Space has 14 very interesting presets. The first thing I want to do is talk about the routing, the way I arrange the blocks in my presets. So check this out. So I use an unusual routing. I start off where it's your pedals you would have before the amp. You have your compressor, you have a pitch shifter, you have a wah pedal, you have distortion, an EQ, phasers, all kinds of stuff like that. And then the signal splits and it goes into the main amp, which I use as an Engel clone, and that goes into its corresponding cabinet 412, and also a second amp that just fills up the sound a little bit and rounds out the mids. And I mix the two together and they sum back together and then go into another IR. And the IR that I like to use is ML Sound Lab's best IR in the world. But try whichever one you're happy with, that's my preference. And then after that, it goes to delay, reverb, another EQ, and things like that. All right. So let's go through a couple of sounds from the song Simon in Space. The first one I want to show you is the low octave rhythm guitar. It's a real nasty sound with a low pitch on it and see that in the song. All right. Next sound. All right, so the next sound we have is this high melody. And so that is the one that's happening in the intro, along with that low rhythm. I'm hitting, and then I'm chirping. Like that. And I'm using a nice reverb, the plateau reverb, that gets all this pitched reverb on top, and it's a very interesting sound. So that's happening, and the next little melody with it. Let's look at some more. So the first verse, all right, it has pitch, adding just a little bit of high octave, some distortion, and it has this filter that just chops up the sound, all of that in there. Then there's a chorus. It goes into the amps, which are Fender clones, and then it goes into a reverse delay. So whatever I play, it reverses about 3/4 of a second later. I follow everything up with an EQ that sort of darkens the tone a bit. So you have So that sound, another very interesting sound where I'm using multiple delays. So we have a little bit of pitch followed by a quick auto filter. And then we have a 16th note delay that just hits once, and is followed with a dotted 8th delay that repeats. So it gives ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So we have, just off of one hit, you get all of that. Nice. So that sound, wet delay reverb guitar sound. And beneath that melody is this lush, clean guitar. Check this one out. So that is just a compressor going into a chorus, splitting up into two Fender combo amps, a 112 and a 212. They sum back together into the IR, go into this nice transistor tape delay and a Hall reverb. And then lastly is an EQ, a 10-band EQ, where I'm scooping out a lot of the mids and adding some brightness to give it that nice shine. Now this next sound, this is a real interesting one. Again with multiple delays, but this time with pitch delays. And what I have going on is one pitch echo that's going at like a 16th note triplet, and it is 4 half steps up, followed by another one that's 4 half steps up. For every note, you get so you have yeah. And then after that, we get into the guitar solo, which is just another nice kind of sound. Alright, I thank you again for checking out these presets. I hope you enjoy them, I hope you're inspired by them, and I hope you have fun with them. Thank you.